So this video is for men and women. Why the hell are you taking advice on marriage or relationships, for that matter, from single people? The amount of bloggers and YouTubers and whatever you want to call them that are making videos on relationships and marriage that are single is preposterous. You wouldn't go ask a plumber about your electrician needs. You wouldn't go ask an auto mechanic to be your personal trainer. So why are you going to people who cannot hold marriages or relationships about relationship advice? Some of these people got 2, 3 divorces. Some of them have been abusive towards women. Some of these women have abused men financially, physically, mentally, and spiritually. And they're just not good people. And you're literally taking advice from these individuals when obviously it doesn't work, because what they're doing never worked for them. So they're telling you, oh, this is the way to find a good woman. And this is why don't you have one? Why don't you have a good woman? Why don't you have a good man? Why are you single? You have all these women making blogs and making YouTube videos and saying things that sound good, but you don't have a ring on your finger. Oh, I like being single. That's cap. If you like being single, don't give relationship advice. If I want relationship advice, I'm going to go talk to somebody who's been in a relationship. There's people out here been married for 40, 50 years. I want to go talk to them and be like, hey, bro, how do you make your relationship work? Like, how do you make your marriage work? I want to know your tips and your advice on how you've had a successful marriage for so long. And I've talked to these type of people, and they're all like, well, there's good and there's bad, and you take the ups and the downs and you rock with it. But these women are giving you women bad advice. They're out here telling you to do this and to do that. And these are single women. These are women that men don't want. Men are not trying to marry these women, and they're like, oh, well, I'm looking for a man that's like this, that's like, and it's not working for you. It's not working out for you. The man that you're saying you're looking for doesn't want you. So therefore, something has to be wrong with you if you can't get this man that you're seeking. And as for the men, they're giving you advice on what women to find. They don't have a woman. If you know how to find these women and you have all this advice on how to get married and how to find a woman for a wife, why don't you have a wife? If I want a car, I'm going to go to a car salesman. I'm not going to go to Foot Locker. I mean, y'all don't make no sense. Go talk to people or take advice from people who are in successful marriages. Go take relationship advice from people who are in successful relationships. There are a lot of black families, white families, Hispanic families that are in successful relationships or marriages. And there's bloggers and YouTubers that are in successful relationships and marriage. And as somebody who's been married for years now, I tell you, marriage has ups and downs. It has bads and goods, and there's things that you're not going to like about your wife, and there's things she's not going to like about you. But y'all dealing with them things and working through those issues are the reason why things last. And people are like, oh, well, where do I find a wife? You don't. You got to date first. You got to find out who these women are. And the way that these men are telling you is not going to work. They're just telling you to be cheap, to not put your feelings into it. These are the thoughts of bitter men who've been through bitter situations, etc. Bitter women who are bitter with men, and they're telling you to not do this or to not do that. But the reality of the situation is, even if they didn't do that or do this, they still wouldn't have a man, and he wouldn't have a woman. Stop listening to these YouTubers and social media influencers, whatever type of nonsense you want to call these people, who don't have successful relationships. Are you going to go talk to a bum about how to make money? No. You're going to talk to a man that's successful. If you want relationship advice, whether marriage or relationships, go listen to people who are in successful marriages or relationships. And that's where you find the answers that you're looking for. Stop looking for answers in who's going to tell you what you want to hear. And this is the problem with society. Society would rather hear something that they want to hear than something that's actually true and is going to hurt their feelings. And you know it's facts over feelings.